Hey guys, it's Matt, and welcome to the second installment of Road to 99 Summoning. This week I entered with 64 summoning, however I did not have any charms left over from last week. I went through about 1,000 assorted charms I had from Slayer tasks and other monster killings last week, in case you missed it. So this week I had to go ahead and venture out into the ancient caverns to farm some crimsons. Problem I ran into was the fact that I didn't have access to the caverns at first, and I had to go back to barbarian training. I thought I did barbarian training, but it turns out I did it on one of my other accounts, and so I had to do it on Wreck3d. However, it became a complete nightmare. It took me an hour and a half to get through the barbarian training, and you're probably wondering why. It's because I forgot half the supplies right away in the beginning. Then I got confused with the whole herbler portion of the training, and then proceeded to waste 45 minutes making pyre ships with mangled and chewed bones that I actually got in the ancient caverns. So it was a complete waste of my time, but it ended up taking an hour and a half. And then I finally proceeded to actually kill the water fiends to get the crimson charms. It ended up working out okay. I found a nice balanced system that allowed me to farm up to 140 charms per hour, including 110 crimson charms. So it worked out great for me, and I only got around to being able to farm for about 3 hours, and yeah, I still achieved my goal that I set for this week. And yeah, but one major note that I did do this week was use some of my Mad Necklace to essentially aid me in summoning experience. If you don't know what a Mad Necklace is, it was a necklace handed out in May for members, I believe, and you can get it at Diango if you haven't already claimed it. I still believe you can claim it, because I claimed mine in June. So yeah, I just haven't gotten around to using it. It works just like Hades Paws, and it works up to 250,000 experience, and then it's just it turns to dust. So yeah, get it while you can, and if you haven't used it already, go for it. But yeah, a couple of questions that were brought up last week that I would love to address are you ever going to do rock lobster bursting, or are you going to have somebody else do the bursting for you? Or are you even ever going to enter the bursting realm of farming crimson charms? And the answer is possibly, but as of right now I feel like water fiends are a good route for me, and I think, you know, instead of having to spend an extra expense to buy hours of rock lobster bursting, I'm going to just farm my own charms. I know I got a lot of offers from people to just do it for free, and I respect your help and aiding, but you know, it's really not worth it, because I feel like I want to get this achievement on my own. You know, I feel like it'd be more adventurous to get the summoning on my own, as much as I'd love to get help from you guys. Yeah, I think this is a very important achievement for me personally. So yeah, I'm going to go and continue at Water Fiends for now, and maybe move over to Rock Lobster Bursting later down the road, as I need a bulk amount of charms to get to the ending goals. You know, it's going to be tough farming Crimson Charms at Water Fiends, but you know, we'll reach that bridge when we get there. Another question I got was, are you ever going to do PVM videos or PVM content, more guides, things like that? Let me first touch up on PVM. I just did a video with Omustardo, or Castle Wars. It's better known as Castle Wars now, doing Bandos, which was a complete flop for me because I suck at PVM. Honestly, PVM just doesn't do it for me. I enjoy PVM style in PvE in other games. However, in Runescape, I just don't like the whole PVM system. Maybe I'll enjoy it better when I have access to new combat styles, when the update comes. Maybe I'll enter it then, or maybe I'll be even forced to then, because I won't be able to do PvP properly. I don't know, but for now we're going to stick with what we got. Another thing, guides. I'm probably going to make a Zerker summoning guide when I achieve my goal, and showing people how I got there. If you didn't watch my series to the end, then you could probably watch this guide and get the whole scoop on how to do it for Zerker. But then again, by the time I hit 99 summoning, are Zerkers even going to still exist? I don't even know. So, but that being said, that brings me to my next topic, was live streaming the other day. and live streaming in general. If you didn't catch my live stream from the other day, I did a PK session number 2. It worked out really great in the beginning, and then I died like 5 times. But in the beginning, it was amazing. I had a lot of questions coming across. I had my friends that were sitting next to me relaying those questions to me while I was still PKing and commentating, and it all worked out great. So if you missed the PK session, it's about an hour and 20 minutes long. You might want to check that out, and that'll be at the end of this video. Also, you can also check out the duo I did with Castle Wars at the end of this video. That brings me to the main topic of this episode, and that is my Florida vacation. If you're watching this video, it means I'm probably, or this video is actually probably coming out when I'm in Florida, because I scheduled it for the scheduled uploader to have content for you while I'm gone. I took a road trip. I'll talk to you as if I haven't gone on the trip yet. So when you're watching this, I'm probably in Florida. But planned a Florida vacation with my family, my brother, my mother, and my father, and we're going to Florida. Road trip, 24 hours from New York to Orlando, and I'm doing part of the driving. I have done long trips before, like South Carolina. Myrtle Beach took about 12 or 13 hours. I also did a 21.5-hour trip to Panama City Beach, if you remember that from my previous commentaries. I talked about my spring break trip. But yeah, I'm doing this road trip again with family, and we're going to visit Universal Studios, and also, I think, Islands of Adventure, and a couple other theme parks, as well as I'm going to visit the Daytona racetrack and go to the beach a lot. So I'm going to go on my family vacation next week, and I'll have content for you, though, throughout the whole ordeal. As you guys can see, I did achieve my goal for the week, though, with summoning, and that was getting a Bunyip, which is really going to aid me in farming Crimson Charms at Water Fiends, because the Water Fiends drop raw food, and I can use the scrolls, which I don't even have the name of, because I'm not that versed in scrolls yet. But the Bunyip scrolls, or whatever you want to, if somebody wants to correct me in the comments, that'd be great. That will enable me to eat raw food and stay at the location longer and farm more charms longer, and be able to pray more, and the whole good stuff. Maybe I'll be able to farm 160 to 170 charms an hour as opposed to 140. Who knows? I can't use familiars like, hey Matt, why don't you use a Terror Bird or a War Tortoise? Well, it gives me defense experience when I have it out, and there's no way of shutting off that experience, so I'm not going to be able to do that. So I'm going to have to live with a Bunyip until I can get a Unicorn and other familiars, so that don't give defense experience and give strength or attack experience, or range or mage, who knows. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this episode of Road to 99 Summoning. I really hope you enjoyed this series thus far. If you do enjoy it, please be sure to give a like, as well as a comment on what you want me to talk about in my next episode. Also leave comments on future suggestions for content. And yeah, that's about it. Yeah, see you guys, have a good one, and I'll be back soon for more awesome content. Peace out.
Gambos!